has another meeting to do. So Maria, thank you so much for joining us. Maria is our Director of Marketing with Berkshire Hathaway. So welcome.
Hello, hello.
Good morning.
So am I like the intro? Am I the beginning of the meeting?
There
or do you guys
is.
do a
Well,
meeting?
you are because I know you have to go to Joe's meeting after us. So tell us what.
Do I have Joe's meeting today? Oh my goodness, hold on, let's see. What time is Joe's?
Same time, but he goes longer because he's long-winded.
Joe McGowan, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's get to stepping on that one. I'm glad you reminded me. Thank you, Shannon. I literally have a list like this that has, it's so cool, you can't see it, but it literally has from our meeting, like everyone writing down dates, so I apologize. So, okay. Well, good to know. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. You need to disable screen sharing for a second.
Yeah, sorry.
Come here, Papa.
All right.
Did that work? Try it now.
It worked. It worked.
Awesome.
All right. So, oh my God, I think we're almost done with training in California, aren't we? I mean, we're pretty close to being with the VAC 2.0.
Yeah, we had our last training yesterday on the website. So now it's just let us loose to play with it.
Right. Okay. So there's just a few things with that being said, I want to go into, and you guys, this is just going to be a quick overview on some things about the VAC 2.0 because we're super pumped. We're excited. We have a whole new platform available for you guys to use. But I'm going to do a couple housekeeping items first before I go into the top 5 tools that we've identified on what you guys really need to focus on. Okay. Because we know that there's a lot of stuff going on with the VAC. Obviously, we're not live yet in California. So tomorrow, you guys are going to be receiving an email from us that's going to give you access to the VAC 2.0. Now, that's going to allow you to go in and start playing around and start using some of the training that we've been giving you just to get in the, familiar with the product, okay? If you guys run into problems or challenges, we've been sending out this email that's up on the screen right now, we have an entire training education department. Chris is one of them in there, Lorette, Mary Sand, David. We have a whole bunch of people helping our agents transition to the new VAC 2.0. And there is one email that you have to know, which is education@BHHSV2.com. It's up on the screen. And I'll send this PowerPoint over to Shannon so she can send it to all of you guys. So in case there's a recap that you want to go through, or if I go too fast, you know what I mean? You guys can go back through this. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so it shouldn't be too bad. But again, they are available to help you with any of your questions. I mean, I've been having so many questions coming into this email box, but again, that's your support system. Now, tomorrow you're going to get that email that's going to give you access to the VAC 2.0. You're going to want to get in there, okay? Because once we go live, which is in about a week, you guys are then going to access the VAC the way you usually do. Go to BHHS, right, CA Properties.com. You're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, go to Agent Services, and you'll be able to get in. Now, with that being said, now that we've done the initial training, now it's time to get back into your offices the way that we used to do VAC training. All right, so we're going to have Chris, which is our educator out here in California, offer. And they're going to be Zoom classes for right now, you guys, until we can get into the offices and actually sit with you and do one-on-ones, which I think we're still doing some of those. But you're going to get this email come tomorrow, if you haven't already, that's going to let you know of all the training starting next week. So it's one of 3. It's VAC training. Now, we are also going to be sending you out an outline so you know what each class is covering. You know, normally VAC 2.0 training number 1 is usually about the basics, right? How to set up your lead generation, how to import your contacts. You know, it's like the basic things, how to put your profile in there. It's really basic. Then training 2 is going to get more into how to set up all of your lead generation, how to use the CRM. And VAC 3 is usually how to do all the new fun stuff that's going to be available in the websites. But we'll get you guys a breakdown. You're going to receive an email that looks just like this that's going to say, click here to join. And we're going to continue having these trainings every single month. It will either be Chris or Lorette or Mary. One of the trainers will be doing the training until we get back into your offices physically. But this is what we're going to do as far as training you on the new VAC 2.0. Okay? So as you guys have seen, it's exciting. There's tons and tons of things available on the VAC 2.0. And because we launched this in Nevada first, you guys, and we did all the training, we realized when agents were done with this, they were sort of overwhelmed, right? They had so much cool things that they learned and they're excited to start using, but they didn't really know where to start. So with that being said, we came up with 5 of the top tools that you guys need to make sure that are on your list that you learn how to do within the first time of you guys logging into the VAC. So we're going to talk about today 2, or let's just say 5 tools. One that's going to be how to become a local expert, right? How to take our website that we are now giving you at no cost, obviously. So if you're not using our website, this may be a time for you to sort of see what the difference is and maybe why you should not be paying anyone to be having a website, and you should be using a Berkshire Hathaway website platform because it has pre-built hyperlocal community, and I'll show you all those features in just a few minutes. But the website is going to be one. You want to make sure you activate your website, and I'll show you what that's all going to look like. The next one is, we feel one of the top tools is our dynamic CRM. We've been meeting with agents all over, and we just literally stopped an agent out in Palm Springs just from spending $1,600 on a CRM because our CRM offered everything and more. So again, if you're not currently using our CRM and maybe you're spending money with Top Producer or some other company, you may want to start and diving in and looking into what our CRM offers. Because it may save you a lot of money, you guys, going forward, because it does do a lot of great stuff. And we'll dive into a little bit of that as well. Ready Promo is a piece that you're all going to want to start using in marketing. That's probably one of my favorite pieces. So I'll show you what that looks like. The neighborhood alerts and the market reports, again, are 2 top tools that you guys want to start using immediately with all of your contacts. So a lot of great stuff there. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into number 1. One of the number 1 tools that you guys should be using for every single one of your contacts is the market report. Okay, the market report, again, is an amazing report. It's actually done monthly. Okay, so the market report looks like this. The pictures change, just so you guys know. And again, they're deeply branded and completely personalized to you. Now remember, these images can change. So let's just say if you have a specific farm that you work and you have a picture of the entryway, right, that you use on all of your marketing collateral, you can change out those images if you'd like. These are monthly reports. So think about this as like a market update, right? Something that you should be doing as part of your marketing anyways. So if I was an agent, one of the first things I would do is go set myself up for the farm that I market, and I would send myself a market report. Now remember, the market reports are very micro all the way to macro, meaning they can be by city, by county, by neighborhood, or by zip code. Okay, and what's great about this is that this is automated and integrated also in the CRM, and I'll show you that when we get to the CRM section. Now, all the reports are completely embedded into emails for easy client viewing, which I love. Okay, and one of the things that I did is I ran a report the other day for Yorba Linda. And this report is exactly what it looked like. It has my photo on it. But what I love on the right-hand side of this report, you guys, is that it has all of these embedded shared social media. So I ran this report, and I would just want to show you what this looked like. It was super cool. When I ran this report, I got the report, and it looked like this. I clicked on share on social media. I took it to my Facebook page, right? Before I turned it into a marketing piece, because it had some great collateral on there and great content. I wrote, check out this week's report for Yorba Linda 92886. It's a seller's market for sure. What I loved about this, you guys, is not only did it hit my social media or my business page if I wanted to, it automatically went into my Facebook stories. Also automatically went into my Instagram stories. Why? Because remember, your stories in Facebook or in Instagram get 3 times more exposure than your postings on your wall or on your feed. It automatically looked like this on the left-hand side. So when it happened, I was surprised. I didn't even know it happened. And so I took a picture of it real quick. And everything I wrote in my post showed up on my feed or on, on the Facebook stories. And then when I clicked on it, it went right into the full report that you'll see on the right-hand side, which I loved. Because then people can turn around and share. And what you can also do is turn around and you can click on highlight. Because on your Facebook stories, you guys can make highlights, right? So people can always go back and reference to you. And so maybe you want to make it a highlight and make some history in there. Even if it's a listing, right? You want to highlight it and show your active listings and stuff like that. So real cool ways of integrating the market reports, not only going to your clients, but sharing them on social media. Now, of course, this is what the report looks like, right? It's completely personalized to your clients. Dear Maria, right? And it has all of the information in there. And then of course it goes into page by page on exactly what's going on in the market. It's a complete snapshot of this specific zip code, number of sales, an increase by 23%, how many new listings, average days on market. It's giving them a lot of content, a lot of great information. So remember, again, this is all the way to zip code, to by city if you want to do it, average sales, a lot of great stuff on there. So again, the market report to me, yes, Shannon.
Sorry, I didn't want to, I was trying to wait for you to get
to
the end of that. So I know when we went through the training on that particular report, it had looked like there was a page that had active listings line itemed out, but I didn't see it on your report. So did you guys have that taken out?
Nope, it's still in there. To be honest with you, I was just doing a quick snapshot. And so I was probably running through the report and pulling them and then throwing them into a PowerPoint to show you. But there's so much more. I mean, but yes, they do have that where it lists every listing.
We can't post that on Facebook without permission of those listing agents.
Hold on, let me see if this one, well, that's the other good thing is that you can decide what you want in the report and what you don't want. So
I think I remember that.
Uncheck that and that won't go through. So if you're sharing it on social media, you don't have to worry about that.
Perfect.
No, great. Perfect. Thank you for pointing that out. So that's the market report. Now, the second #1 tool, I think one of the most effective stay in touch tools before, during, and after a home sale is our new neighborhood reports. The neighborhood reports are pretty awesome. Again, they're also micro-specific. Reports can work in combination of geo-radius all the way down to like a quarter around the address that you're wanting to send it on. These are actually a little bit different than the market report, you guys. These can actually be sent out every 7 days, 14, 28, as well as monthly or quarterly reports. Level of market summary details can, again, be tailored by the agent to show more or less. So sort of just like the market report, right? You can pick and choose what your clients see, which is always great because depending on your desired marketing style, again, can reflect that. Agents can also draw custom polygons to target a very micro-specific area. So that's also really good, mostly up there in Temecula and things like that. You guys have like those little special areas. Examples of what agents are using the neighborhood report for, you guys, is their monthly sphere of influence, right? They're using it for their neighborhoods. I gotta tell you, for sphere of influence, when we keep looking, sphere of influence, you guys, still is probably the #1 way that agents generate business from their past clients, right? It's about 80% of our agents even when we run the numbers from SkySlope and figure out where are all these transactions coming from, 70 to 80% of them are always from their sphere of influence and their past clients. So neighborhood reports are a great way of using it. This is also great to use, you guys. Great follow-up leads such as open houses. So if you guys have an open house that you guys are having, and you guys have email addresses for people that came through the open houses or whatnot, or attended an open house that you're doing virtually, you can automatically go in, set these in an open house database, and send out neighborhood reports. You obviously know where they're looking, what they're looking for, and you can set this criteria up and it can go directly to them. And then of course, it's also great for not just post-transaction follow-up tool using the radius search, also great for a pre-CMA tool for someone's considering selling their home. So a lot of great detail on the neighborhood reports, okay? Then I'm gonna go into #3, which is my #1, obviously because it has to do with marketing, right? To me, this is fabulous because the one moment that you guys take a listing, this allows you guys really to leverage everything we do when it comes to marketing. So once you guys take a listing, automatically a few hours after, you will receive an email from us. And you'll see a little sample on here that says your promo is ready for 3410 Silver Springs. And in here, we'll give you everything you guys need to do. You don't have to go and look for anything anymore. It's great. Your custom property flyer, you don't have to go look for. It literally will be right there for you. You can click on it and print it, ready to go. Your single property website will automatically have a link within the email where you don't have to go to the VAC, go under listings and look for it and then share it. You can literally click on it and share it right then and there. Your just listed postcards and auto feedings into the different online platforms are all going to be ready. So you'll have a postcard, a just listed postcard already ready. You can choose the printer you print it with. Obviously, we'll have it set up with express stocks or deluxe, depending on who you want to print with. But again, those will automatically be done for you. We'll have shareable posts for all of your social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So all you're doing is literally clicking on it and sharing it. So these are all one-click buttons, which should make your life a lot easier. A link to the listing from the agent's website, a link to the listing from the company website, because again, it's all about showing your clients on everything you're going to do to market their listing within the first 30 days, right? Or even in this instance, the first 24 hours. Right? If you guys wanted to, you guys could share this with your client. It's a great way for them to know that, hey, you guys are on, and within 24 hours, you have everything ready to go between the flyers and things like that. You can even get them to share a lot of this stuff on social media if they want to. It's also going to give you a link to your video tour, your photo slideshow, your seller's report. Okay, a seller report is also going to show your client everything that you have done for them. This will actually have AdWorks numbers and stats fed into this buy side, for example. So if you're emailing your client and they want to know how many people are looking at it on Facebook, they will get that seller report. Very similar to what you have with AdWords, right? We set it up to send a seller report. This is everything all in one. And then of course, there'll be a link in there so you can launch an action plan campaign to remind you how to properly market a new listing. So the great thing about this is it will tell you what you're doing and what you're not doing for your listing. So again, if you're looking at other ways on how to market a home, this will remind you. So to me, this is going to be fabulous. Again, your listings are your greatest assets. And one of the biggest challenges I think as an agent is we get so busy when we take a listing, we forget to do a lot of this stuff. So this will really hand deliver it right into your inbox. Really super easy, but super excited about this platform.
I feel like that page just by itself is a great marketing piece for a listing presentation. Just to say, as soon as I take your listing, here's a list of everything I'm going to do for you.
Yeah, you can even say, you know, obviously this is happening within hours, right? For production, this is the kind of system I have in place to market your home. And then you can follow it up with the marketing proposal that shows in the longer term plan that's going to happen within the first 30 days of taking the listing. So a great combination for sure to show the type of systems that you have in place to market a home. The dynamic CRM, again, a lot of great stuff when it comes to making sure that you are keeping in touch with your leads, because that's really what it's all about. It's all about giving hyperlocal content to your clients, right, to keep them engaged and keep you top of mind. So a lot of the cool things with the new CRM, you guys, it does have a personal AI assistant, artificial intelligence, which pretty much just means that when something happens, it triggers something else to happen automatically without you having to do it. So a lot of great things between texting to contacts to multiple follow-up methods, complete activity tracking, which I love, which I'll show you in a few seconds. And everything really, you guys, is easy one-touch automated campaigns. And what I love about this, again, is with the new CRM, if you are someone that is buying into leads, let's just say Zillow leads, you guys can funnel your Zillow leads or any leads actually right into your CRM, and you can set them up with any of these automation tools that we talk about or that you'll see. We have lead gen and squeeze tools, all different types of things that we will go into more training with you guys on. What I love about you guys is when you guys have your contacts in here, and let's just say you have them separated as your buyers, your sellers, your past clients, however you have your clients, they have so many different campaigns for you guys to select from. And I think, let me see if I can bring this up. They have like a 6-month, agent campaign. They have an anniversary campaign, buyer prospect campaign. They have so many different campaigns that you guys can pick from if it's a new buyer, if it's a rent versus buy situation, a moving checklist, a happy birthday campaign. Again, they have so many things that you don't have to think about. They're already pre-built. But what I like most about the CRM, you guys, is that there is an activity and tracking dashboard that constantly keeps you in the know. If you look on the left-hand side, it says recommended follow-up. This will remind you of who you have in your funnel, who you haven't contacted, who you need to make a phone call to, who you need to email. And if you have things, if you don't have a market report, for example, on Riley, they don't have a market report set up on that person. All you have to do is click market report and they will automatically start getting market reports. On the right-hand side, it gives you active contacts that lets you know 2 out of your 12 contacts have interacted with your reports in the past 60 days. You can change that and look at in the last 30 days, who's looking at the reports that I'm sending out. It really does keep you in the know. And then of course, reports sent. I think it's important as you are going to start sending your clients all of this information between the neighborhood reports, the market reports. You need to know what's working and what's not. This will not only tell you reports sent, it will show you 6 out of 12 of your contacts are receiving reports in the past 60 days. 52% of your reports have been opened, right? Open ratio is a big deal. We could be sending emails all the time, and if no one's opening them, it's just like they're dead mail, right? So we want to really make sure that the campaigns that you're sending to your clients, you know what the open rate is. Website activity, because you're going to see, based on even just our hyper-local content, all of the stuff that you can drive to your website. It's going to be important for you guys to see what's working and not working on your website. So you will have complete website activity and tracking. You know, for example, on this one, it says 4 of my 12 contacts have been on my website in the past 60 days. And it tells me who it was, where they went, what they were doing. And again, it just gives you a lot of great intel. So the CRM, again, product is very, very in-depth. It has a lot of automation. It has a lot of artificial intelligence as far as drip campaigns and things like that. So if you haven't touched the CRM, that's definitely a class that you're going to want to hit on next week that Chris is doing. He will be showing you how to import your contacts, and again, how to make sure each and every one of your contacts have something being sent to them, which is probably one of the most important things. Last but not least, because I know this is an office meeting, it wasn't an all-day training, right, is our Be the Local Expert, our new pre-built hyper-local community pages on your website. This is super cool, you guys, because if you haven't seen the website yet, and that was just one that we just did yesterday at 1 o'clock, it's pretty cool. Not only is everything automatically done for you guys don't literally have to do anything other than if you want to enhance anything, but all of our websites are built out for every agent, including demographics, deep market stats, Yelp reviews, Google points of interest, school data, and more. It's super cool. So for example, the website that you guys are seeing on the screen right now, for Vail, obviously, it talks about, and this is what's really cool, is every one of your websites will have total listings in that market that you cover. How many new listings just hit the market in the last 30 days? How many open houses are going on in the area? 24 sold in the past 30 days. If they click on any of those, it's taking them directly to see that activity or those open houses. And the great thing, again, is all of this is shareable. So let's just say you woke up this morning, you're like, holy cow, there's 20 new listings in my area. You guys can click on your own website, share that information on your social media, and drive people back to your site. In addition to a lot of the hyper-local information and the points of interest, and I go back to saying the points of interest as well, is we have integrated Google into this. So you're going to see on all of your websites, you guys, anything that's happening in Temecula, anything that's happening that weekend, any events that are going on, they're automatically being showcased on your website on the homepage. So everything is really cool when it comes to having Yelp reviews and all that stuff integrated. Nothing you have to do. It's all going to automatically be on there. Same thing with the schools. Again, agents or consumers can actually search up to 4 different boundaries in combination of neighborhoods and schools. A lot of things that are shareable links. If people are searching for homes in certain areas, they can sort of see what schools they're automatically, their kids are going to be attending. So a lot of really, again, a lot of hyper-local content, a lot of stats, a lot of information on what's going on in the community, points of interest, keeping them in the know. And a lot of great things for you guys to share, not only like in your newsletters and your marketing pieces and in your social media, a lot of great stuff. So again, because we know learning the VAC 2.0 is a lot to take in, these were the 5 top tools that we did the first 90 days in Nevada that helped the agents build their business, help them do something that was either going to make the phone ring, make a transaction, or make you talk with your client. So that's where we thought, well, shoot, now that we've identified it, we want to make sure that you guys understand that these are the 5 top tools that you want to focus on when you dive into the VAC. And then again, like I was saying, not only just using these tools is making sure that you guys go to these trainings. We will start having hands-on Zoom training starting next week. The calendar is the first one being on Monday on the 22nd at 9:30 to 11:30. The second one, if you can't make it to the 9:30, there's one at 1:30 to 3:30. So there's 2 classes each day, morning and afternoon. And we'll continue having these until you guys understand each and every one of the tools that we have in the VAC. So I think my time is up because I know I got to get to Joe's meeting. So hopefully I covered everything, but Shannon will let me know if I didn't. And
one question though, the Ready promo, is that going to apply to listings that we already have once we turn the system on?
You know, that's a great question. Let me email Ken and find out, because that would be awesome if it did, because let me
like a reboot for our maybe listings that are sitting.
Absolutely. And I will double check on the Ready promo to see if it's for existing listings once we go live.
Okay, cool.
Great
Thank
question.
you so much. Any other questions before Maria goes quickly?
But remember, we do have this, sort of a training department email if you guys need any help. They will call you. They'll do a Zoom one-on-one with you. But if you don't want that attention, you can always join them on the classes next week on Monday, Thursday, or Friday of next week. All right, you guys.
Are we going to do this for our teams also? Like Gail and I do everything together. And so will we be able to just have everything load up on our team site? Because we do have that on BAC also. So
Absolutely.
It will. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yes. And if, you know what, and to be honest with you, Veronica, if you want to, you can always email over Chris a little email saying, I just want to make sure that you have this ready, and he'll look into it and make sure everything's ready to transfer over.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's always better to be proactive anyways, right?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
All right. That's about it.
Okay, thank you, Maria. That was a lot, but I mean, we're excited, so I can't wait for it to be turned on.
Absolutely. All right,
All
you
right.
guys. See you guys later.
Okay, see ya, bye. All right.
Hello.
Now we see everybody. That was pretty exciting, right? Have you guys been going to the trainings?
Yes.
I see heads
Yes.
shaking.
Yes.
So the one thing I was thinking about those neighborhood searches is, I told quite a few of you, or I have downloaded quite a few of you, your farm areas for email addresses, and that will be great for those neighborhood searches. But I want to caution you that you might want to scrub those email farms to take any realtors out of there. Because again, just like I pointed out to Maria, it's one thing to be sending those reports out to your client. And then, yeah, we could share the actives. It's directly to one person who we know is not a realtor. But if we're just randomly sending it out to a neighborhood and you don't know who you're sending it to, you might want to scrub that against the DRE list. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
How do we get that? How do we get the list to scrub it with?
Yeah. My question too.
DRE, type each one
DRE.
in. It could take you a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sometimes you just recognize people's names, but just in case, I mean, you might get your hand slapped once, but you don't want to fine on that one. All right, moving on. Let's talk about good news. Who's got good news for the week?
I do.
Oh, yay. Tell us, Linda.
I closed my single story yesterday.
Yay!
Yeah.
And my
Awesome.
other one went coming soon yesterday too. Get rid of one, get one.
Yay!
Congratulations. That's good. I know it's really busy out there. What else?
I've got a single story coming in Murrieta. It'll go active tomorrow. It's about 2,500 square feet, really super nice. I think 8,600 square foot landscape lot. It's right off of, it's on the Murrieta side of Ald. And it's for $99,800.
I do.
They don't seem to last long for you, Jill. Congratulations on that. Anybody else have like maybe new listings coming up or other good news?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm trying to play with it. We sold our first listing in 24 hours and we're in escrow.
Yay. Congratulations,
Yay.
Karen.
Yeah.
Good to see you on the call for the first
Yeah.
time, I believe.
Second, third, no, I come on. Sometimes I'm like a little voyeur, I don't say anything. I listen, I put it on the side and I listen and I have my other computer screens up. But yeah, my first listing, so it was exciting. It's an all cash, full price offer.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
First person that saw it bought it.
Excellent.
I think that's happening a lot.
Nice.
I have a couple listings soon, coming soon. I'll just tell you about them. One is in Menifee. It's 3,400 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, right off of Newport and Winterhawk. It's going to be listed at $445,000. It's just coming soon right now. I think we'll probably put it online on Saturday. And then another in Vista. It's about 1,700 square feet. It was built in 71, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath on a half-acre lot. That one is going to be listed at $598. That will go live tomorrow. Just getting photos today. So if you guys know anybody for those, let me know. Any other new listings or buyer wants or needs? Nope. Okay. Moving on. So I don't have to show you the ready promo video now because Maria just went through everything. So let's talk about just some things, some office things. I wasn't at the MLS meeting, but I heard there was some updates yesterday regarding open houses and virtual tours. Adrian or Adam, were you there?
I was there listening in on it. They're talking about how they were going to change the virtual open house to be more specifically, say, live streaming open house. They want to be very specific about that. I can't want people doing non-virtual open houses like the Matterport tours or something like that. Instead, they want to be clear about what it was.
Yeah, they definitely, I see a lot of people just putting in their video virtual tour, and that's not what the point is. And I think there was mention of this still absolutely no face-to-face open houses, right?
Yeah, right now there's still no allowed, even if they're scheduled right now. They don't want any in-person open houses like that.
And actually, this was from the CRMLS training last week, which was kind of what they covered yesterday. They're going to be adding the PED form to Glide for those of you that use Glide.
This is Karen. Adam will be showing us how to do that. Since you showed us how to do it before.
Yes, definitely.
I'm just kidding. I'm not putting you on the spot there. Well, that's good. I actually wanted to show you some things. So give me a second. I'm gonna share my screen. So while I was putting my listings and coming soon, I realized when I took the listings themselves that I had forgotten to get the SELM because we weren't putting it on the market right away. And the coming soon has kind of changed a little bit. So I wanted to show you that. Can you guys see my screen here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to share this really short video and then we'll go through the actual new coming soon form. SELM is now retired. So let's see. Okay, can you guys hear that though?
No.
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Let's see. Okay, how about now? Wait.
In response to the NAR-mandated Clear Cooperation Policy, which takes effect on May 1st, 2020, CRMLS is introducing a new status called Coming Soon to its MLS systems. Our users asked for a way to take time to get properties ready for the market and to create entry and excitement for their upcoming listings. So we've prepared a brief introduction to this status, how it works, and how it differs from other statuses. How does Coming Soon work? Coming Soon allows listing agents to take up to 21 days to stage the property, take photos, prepare it for showings, and so on. What are the similarities between Coming Soon and Active? There are a few key similarities and differences between Coming Soon and Active listings. Let's go over similarities first. Marketing is allowed in both statuses, so long as Coming Soon listings are clearly marked as Coming Soon. Both Coming Soon and Active listings are fully displayed to other professional users of MLS systems. The listing agent offers a commission on both Coming Soon and Active listings. What are the unique traits of Coming Soon? Now for the unique traits of Coming Soon. While all CRMLS users can see listings in the Coming Soon status in the MLS systems, Coming Soon listings will not go out from the MLS to portals like Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com. Neither will they go out to CRMLS's network of IDX broker and agent websites. CRMLS will, however, distribute coming soon listings to VOWs or virtual office websites. For more information on virtual office websites, view the flyer linked in this video's description. Showings are not permitted in coming soon. There are no showings under coming soon because showings are contrary to the status's stated purpose, which is to prepare the property for full marketing. In other words, the presumption is that the property is not ready for showings, so a coming soon period is allowed until it is. If the property is ready or able to be shown, it should be an active status. Because of these limitations, days on market do not count in coming soon. This is because coming soon listings, unlike active listings, are not yet ready for a full marketing push. That's all there is to it. If you have further questions on coming soon or the clear...
All right, so based on that, I gotta say, I was really surprised that I had an agent, even though my listing was as coming soon, they immediately asked for showing through showing time. And it's obviously something I can't allow. So agents can send your coming soon listings out in the MLS. And you can take an offer, but you cannot show it. So let me share a different page. Any questions on that?
Real quick, are you allowed to put a sign out?
Yes, you can
Okay.
put a sign out. I'm going to get to, I have the like questions and answers page here.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to get there.
I like the idea
Operation
that
policy.
days on
Feel
market
free to
aren't
visit
running.
CRMLS.org.
Sorry, say that again.
I just like the idea that days on market aren't running.
Yeah, I like that too, because I mean, it truly is just a time when we're trying to get photos. But here's the one thing is that you still have to have one photo or else you're going to get dinged. So try it. And I see so many listings on coming soon with 0 photos for days. And I just read last night that within 2 days, you have to have 1 photo at least up. So something to think about. So this is just the frequently asked questions. And one of the things that I thought was interesting in here is even though the coming soon listing will not go out to Zillow, Trulia, etc., you are allowed to you're allowed to put it on there yourself as an agent, but you have to mark it as coming soon. So here's the Q&A on that. So that at the moment you start showing it, it has to be active. That's basically the question, the deal right there. And so the coming soon form looks like this. Like I said, there's no more SELM form. So this form is in a couple of places. This is on the CRMLS homepage. You'll just put the property address and the start showing date. It does tell you and the seller exactly what's allowed to happen. And then you just put this in your file. You do not have to file this with the MLS anymore, which is really cool. The other thing is, let me see if I could, no, I timed out.
Hey, Shannon, while you're looking for that, when you were on the FAC page, it looked like it said you couldn't have a sign.
Oh, did it? Okay. Let me see.
I'm not sure you went by it kind of fast, but.
About the property or its availability for sale displayed on
Isn't it saying you can't do any advertising or marketing?
Just giving you an overview of the actual rule.
So I see where it says what's considered marketing or advertising, and I thought we weren't allowed to do any marketing.
Yeah, it'd probably be safe to wait until it actually goes active to put the sign up. I will say now, because the listing is in the MLS and agents can share the listing, I had random buyers showing up at one of mine yesterday, just like staring, and my client was in the garage like, excuse me, what can I help you? So really, it's just different. So the coming soon form is on the CRMLS, and I was going to show you, it's also in zip forms, but it's not like searchable. So what you'll need to do in in zip forms is you'll use the drop-down menu that says what library you're looking for, and there is a library for is it Southwest Riverside? I believe it's for CRMLS. And then you can do the search for the coming soon form in there. So that way you can send it out. If you're going to be sending listing documents out, you can send it to your seller straight from there with the digital signature. Any questions?
Shannon?
Yeah.
Number one, but anyway, number two, I did take that class on the MLS, and my belief was you're allowed to do any marketing that you do as active, but it doesn't automatically go out to all the different websites, and you cannot do any showings.
No
And
showings.
the other question is, they sell coming soon sign writers.
Right.
So if you can't put a sign out, why would they be selling the sign writers?
I mean, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
You're
I
probably
don't actually. Adrian, what?
She's probably right. I was so confused because it seemed like he was going back and forth over that, and it seemed like one time thing he would say yes, and then 5 seconds later he'd say no.
It just says limited advertising. So I totally agree with you, Linda, because as I was at the board yesterday, another agent was in there buying like 5 coming soon signs. So we must be able to put it up.
Yeah, I saw one up yesterday.
Well, you know, who's the sign police that's going to turn us in? Get our hands slapped once if we're wrong. I'm sure we're not the only ones who are confused either.
You'd be surprised.
The agent who didn't get the listing over you is going to be the one to turn you in if it's against the rules. But I feel like you could market it but cannot show it, period.
I think that would be more effective to have a sign out there with coming soon on it versus people showing up at your property for the next 21 days just staring at it. You know, I think that at least it should be out there to let people know the status on it instead of, you know, agents sending their clients to take a look at it with, you know, that's just my own opinion.
You know, we need the listings. So as far as stats are concerned, let me stop sharing here and turn it back on. I got teased yesterday because I make funny faces when I'm sharing stuff or I'm reading from my computer. So now I've learned my lesson to hide myself. So the stats for this week, we had 153 new listings in the Temecula Valley, and 371 went to pending. We're going to run out soon. You know what status I'm not watching? I should watch the coming soon status. I'll start that next week. We had 15 cancel. We had no expired. We had 29 go into hold, and 5 are withdrawn. So again, we just need those listings. And I think it might be a good idea for us to keep an eye on the coming soon, just like we had originally started with keeping an eye on holds, because those eventually are going to come back online. And in both cases, hold and coming soon, you can write offers. So keep an eye out.
And regarding the hold status, at the CRMLS meeting, they said they voted during this COVID time that they've taken away that 30-day limit for hold. So properties can be on hold unlimited.
That's good. I like it. All right, and then lastly, because I knew Maria was going to take up quite a big chunk today, I just want to go over what's coming up with training. So you saw Maria has trainings for all of our VAC 2.0 next week, but we also have this week, tomorrow, Landwood Title is doing a regional farm training. You guys probably saw that weird email I sent out that was just like a save the date on your calendar. That's tomorrow from 11 to noon. So if you need a refresher or you haven't got a farm and you want to know what it's all about, you can click on that. And then Rick Barabee is going to be doing his success series next week, Monday and Wednesday. and that is going to be 1 to 4. It'll be a Zoom or Google Hangouts meeting as well. I asked him to record it, but if he doesn't record it, just subscribe to his YouTube channel, because everything that he talks about is on there, although he says he needs to refresh it. So hopefully he'll just re-record a new videos. Other than that, that's all on my list. Anybody have anything they want to share?
I have a question. So in that, referring back to that CRMLS thing last week, they said that for people that have active houses that you're going to be showing, that you are supposed to include the office prevention plan with it. And it used to be that they were recommending to put a URL in there, but when it goes out to Zillow and all the others, they strip the URLs. So their new recommendation is that you have a flyer that's unbranded that you make into a photo and upload into your photos.
Oh, are you kidding me? So like the document we're supposed to put on the door, would that be?
I think so, yes.
Oh my gosh.
You're kidding.
I haven't seen one of those yet. When is that supposed to happen?
He made it sound like, this was Art Carter, he made it sound like we were already supposed to be doing that. So I just thought I'd mention it because we certainly didn't do that. And then he also mentioned that, I guess for those of you that use Cloud CMA has a portal within it now that allows you to do a virtual meeting with your clients, you know, like kind of like a Zoom meeting through Cloud CMA to do a virtual listing presentation.
Oh, so then if you do your CMA through Cloud CMA, it probably integrates perfectly to go through those stats. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look into that.
You know, honestly, the appointments that I've had in the last month, every single seller has wanted to meet in person. So just, you know, use common sense.
Yes, I haven't done any, for me, nobody has asked to do anything virtually. Anybody have a virtual listing presentation that they've done this whole time?
No.
No.
Yeah. I feel like if they're motivated to sell, they're going to have to allow people into their home. And the first step is us, even if we do our social distancing. So that's very interesting. I would be curious to see if the California Association of Realtors, if they would take a quiz on that to see how many actual virtual versus live presentations have happened over this whole time. Really curious.
Shannon, I have a question for you on the VAC 2.0 that we have coming tomorrow. We're going to get the email that we can go in and take a look around. Is it also going to allow us to start making the changes onto our websites at this time? Or do we have to wait till we actually go live?
That's what they indicated was the point of early access, so that we can have everything up to date. So it can launch the minute that it's turned on for the public, I guess.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you guys remember from the very first training, there will be a different website login. So just because we're going to be running VAC 1 and VAC 2 at the same time for about a month. So we'll have to log in a little bit different way. All right, anything else? Any other questions? All righty then. You guys have a great week. I'm in the office if you need me. I promise I'm in the office for the next 3 days, or you can get me on my phone.